Babe of the day. Babe of the day. Dawn Wells. Mary Ann wasn't the only thing Dawn Wells did, but it's easily her most famous character and, seemingly, Dawn's favorite role. Unlike Tina Louise, who played Ginger in the classic Gilligan's Island TV series, Dawn had more of a love affair with her character. Not only did she play Mary Ann in the series, she reprised the character for 3 TV movies, a cartoon series, in a 1987 episode of Elf, a 1992 episode of Baywatch, and in a 1997 music video for the song Mary Ann by the group Squirt Gun. These were not at all the only times Dawn Wells celebrated her character, or the show in general. Out of anyone who appeared on the show, Dawn was probably its greatest ambassador. She was proud to be part of the immortal question, Ginger or Mary Ann? This bit of TV phenomena delighted Dawn to no end. She thought it was interesting that a person could say this without even mentioning the show's title, and that everyone still knew where it came from. So, what do you think? Ginger or Mary Ann? Share in the comments below. Unlike Tina Louise, who was basically into acting and modeling since she was a baby, this wasn't something Dawn Wells always wanted to pursue. She was a brainy little thing and, when she first went to college, majored in chemistry. She transferred to another college where she earned a degree in theater arts and design. Apparently, Dawn knew she looked good and decided to take another direction. In 1959, she became Miss Nevada, and although she didn't win Miss America the next year, she did alright for herself in the long run and became one of the greatest sex symbols of the 1960s. In 1961, Dawn made her first acting appearance in the TV show The Roaring Twenties. It was a good role to start with, since it was a drama show about newspaper reporters covering crime in the 1920s. She had to be a good enough actress to be in a show like this in the first place. It definitely assured her other parts in TV shows. Like Tina Louise, 1964 was an important year for Dawn Wells. She made her first movie appearance in The New Interns. It was another drama role, like most of her roles had been. Then, later that year, she became a star in something that was so not a drama. Dawn was cast as Mary Ann Summers in Gilligan's Island. If you're not familiar with the show, it's about a group of people, all different as can be from each other, who are marooned on an island. Of the 2 young women in the show, Mary Ann was the sweet, wholesome farm girl. Ginger, played by Tina Louise, was the tall, glamorous, red-headed movie star. Despite the differences, Mary Ann and Ginger become buddies. In their own ways, Mary Ann and Ginger were positive female characters in a delightfully silly show that remains well-liked all these years later. Although the show only lasted 3 seasons, it has forever been in reruns, leading people to think it was on for much longer than it was. In the series, our heroes and heroines never do get off the island. A 4th season was planned, but canceled. This was rectified in the first TV reunion movie, Rescue from Gilligan's Island in 1978, 11 years after the show was canceled. They actually do get off the island, only to shipwreck on the same island again. The reunion movie was such a success that another one was made the next year called The Castaways on Gilligan's Island. Gilligan and his friends are rescued again, only to return to the island on purpose, where Howell, the millionaire, decides to build a resort hotel. A third TV movie in 1981, The Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island, didn't fare as well in the ratings, and that was the last time a live-action continuation of the series was attempted. The next year, though, a Saturday morning cartoon series was developed that starred the original cast, minus Tina Louise. Dawn Wells did the voices of Mary Ann and Ginger Grant. It was called Gilligan's Planet, It ran for just 13 episodes from 1982 to 83. Instead of following what happened in the reunion movies, it picks up from the series. The professor built a rocket ship for them all to get off the island, only whoops, a mistake was made, and they are now lost on another planet. This was the second cartoon series based on the show. The first, The New Adventures of Gilligan, ran for 24 episodes from 1974 to 75. Neither Dawn Wells or Tina Louise participated in that cartoon, although the rest of the cast did. Dawn was in a play at the time and unavailable. Otherwise, I'm sure she would have done it. The first cartoon series was more like an animated reboot of the original series. Dawn Wells was definitely typecast as Mary Ann Summers, but she didn't seem to mind one bit, and it didn't keep her from working. After the show ended in 1967, Dawn got heavy into theater work and appeared in more films. Surprisingly, Dawn appeared in a few horror movies and was quite good in them. The first of these was in 1976, The Town That Dreaded Sundown. It was actually based on a real serial killer in the South, and Dawn played one of the victims who survived. In 1977, she was in Return to Boggy Creek. This was an unofficial sequel to The Legend of Boggy Creek, and made more as a family film than straight horror. Dawn played the mother of 3 who were rescued by a Bigfoot-like monster. Over the years, Dawn acted in quite a few TV shows not playing Mary Ann. Still, she never shied away from it, and if some show wanted to play off her Mary Ann fame, she was on board. The most significant of these would be the 2001 TV movie Surviving Gilligan's Island, which was a biopic about the stars of Gilligan's Island and their time on the show. Younger actors would play the real-life actors. Dawn remained active until 2019 and died in 2020. She was married once to a casino man by the name of Larry Rosen. They were married from 1962 to 67, but had no children. She did a lot of humanitarian activities that echoed the sweet character she played on Gilligan. For many years, she operated a business called Wishing Wells Collections that made clothes for people with limited mobility. She also founded the not-for-profit Idaho Film and Television Institute. From 2004 to 2008, she was the head of the Spudfest Family Film and Music Festival, which was all about supporting independent family films of all sorts in the state of Idaho. Dawn also lent her support to the Denver Foundation in West Virginia, named after Bob, which helped the poor and disabled in that state. Dawn represented the best in womanly traits, on screen and off, in personality and appearance. For all of that, she will forever be branded as a Babe of the Day, Babe of the Day.